So, what if one of the biggest, most dreaded expenses for your business, we're talking about a new roof, could actually become a massive financial opportunity? I know, it sounds kind of impossible, right? But today, we're going to dig into a strategy that does exactly that. It turns $1 million liability into a really powerful asset. So, how on earth does this work?
Look, if you're a business owner or a property manager, this is a question that probably keeps you up at night. A new commercial roof is just a colossal expense. It's a pure capital drain that you know is on the horizon, just waiting.
And it's not just that it's a big expense, it's a rapidly growing one. Over the last 10 years, the cost for these essential projects has pretty much doubled. We're talking about potentially millions of dollars just to keep the rain out. Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. Okay, but here's where the whole story flips. What if I told you that you could get a huge chunk of that massive roofing bill, up to 40% of the total cost, paid for? And no, this isn't some gimmick. It's a very real, very powerful financial strategy. The secret is a concept called project bundling. So here's the big idea. Instead of just replacing your roof, you structure it as part of a larger energy project, like putting up solar panels. By bundling them together, the entire cost, and yes, that includes the brand new roof, can suddenly become eligible for these enormous energy incentives. All right, so that's the theory, but let's see how this plays out in the real world. We're going to look at a case study from a company called Armin Tool. First up, the total sticker price. Armin Tool needed a new roof, so they bundled it with a solar installation. The all-in cost for that combined project came to just over $2 million. That is a serious investment no matter how you slice it. But here's where project bundling works its magic. Because that roof was part of the solar project, they unlocked an absolutely incredible $1.45 million in incentives. Let that sink in. Nearly $1.5 million came right back to the business. So, after all those incentives were applied, what did that $2 million project actually cost them in the end? Just over $580,000. Think about that. They got a brand new roof and a solar energy system for a fraction of the sticker price. And the numbers just keep getting better. When you add in the $43,000 they save on energy every single year, the entire project pays for itself in just 4 years. After that, it's all pure profit. But Armin Tool didn't even stop there. To get even closer to covering pretty much all of their energy needs, they also added a ground-mount solar system, and this is a huge part, a 1-megawatt Tesla Megapack for battery storage. And here's the real kicker. Because of the incredible incentives you can get when you pair battery storage with solar, that battery system, all by itself, has a return on investment of only 2 to 3 years. The power company will even pay them to tap into that stored energy when the grid is strained. It's amazing. So you're probably asking, how is this even possible? Where are these massive incentives coming from? Okay, let's break down exactly how it works. Well, the biggest driver here is the federal tax credit. It exists to encourage businesses to invest in renewable energy. Now, for most projects, that's a 30% tax credit. But, and this is key, if your business happens to be in a designated energy community, which is often an area the government wants to boost with new energy development, you get an extra 10% bonus. And that brings the total credit to a whopping 40%. That is how Armin Tool got such a massive return. Now, this next part is absolutely critical. This amazing opportunity, it's not going to be around forever. There is a very real and very firm deadline that's approaching fast. The sources we reviewed, they put it really bluntly. These are historic incentives, the kind of thing that we may never see again in our lifetimes. And recent federal legislation has put a hard cutoff date on the calendar. So how do you make sure you don't miss out on this? The key is a legal provision called safe harbor. It's pretty simple, actually. By starting the project or even just spending a small percentage of the total cost before the deadline hits, you can lock in these massive 40% incentive rates for your entire future project. It's like locking in a great mortgage rate before they go up. So here's the deal. Right now, that 40% incentive is available. But to lock it in, you have to take action and safe harbor your project before the July 4th, 2026 cutoff. After that date, this specific, incredible opportunity is just gone. So really, it all boils down to one final question you have to ask yourself. Are you looking at that aging roof above your head as just another huge, unavoidable expense you have to deal with? Or, with the right strategy, could it actually be the key to unlocking one of the best financial opportunities your business has ever seen?